People are buying physical media again, but if you actually want to play those discs, navigating today's hardware market is a fragmented, confusing mess. Every purchase starts with a choice between two distinct priorities. You can choose the high-definition visual fidelity of native Blu-ray playback, or you can opt for the unrestricted, global accessibility offered by upscaling DVD players. This is exactly why standard linear rankings fail consumers. A player universally praised as the #1 choice is entirely useless to you if it refuses to read half the titles on your shelf. Instead of arbitrary rankings, we have to look at this hardware through a specific evaluation framework, the scenario match. We are judging these devices based on 3 hard constraints: the physical space available in your living room, the specific audio wiring of your current home theater setup, and the region coding of your existing disc library. Success in this market depends on precisely matching hardware to the specific discs you already own. Let's start with our #5 pick, the Didar Ultron Mini. This unit's primary value proposition is straightforward. It delivers true Region A and Region 1 Blu-ray playback without demanding a traditional home theater footprint. Measuring exactly 7 inches long, under 7 inches wide, and less than an inch thick, it actively solves the spatial friction of a crowded modern entertainment center. At this size, it can slide unnoticed right next to a soundbar, slip neatly underneath a modern game console, or sit cleanly on a minimalistic floating shelf. Despite the compact frame, it outputs native 1080p Blu-ray video. Compared to standard DVD playback, this means shadow details hold up in darker scenes, and fine textures like stone and foliage resolve sharply on screen. Hitting this form factor requires a mandatory trade-off. Didar completely stripped away legacy audio ports, meaning you have to rely entirely on standard HDMI or the basic AV outputs to route your sound. What the Didar really proves is that high-definition domestic Blu-ray playback doesn't require dedicating a massive amount of shelf space. If you're an apartment renter or simply prefer a minimalist aesthetic, this is your definitive choice. If you run a complex multi-channel sound system, you have to look at the LONPOO at #4 and the Joval at #2. These are the required hardware options for legacy audio setups. This schematic compares a standard single HDMI connection against the specific feature that separates these machines, the coaxial digital audio output. By routing audio through that separate coaxial line, you keep audio and video streams isolated, bypassing your television's standard processing entirely. This direct routing path allows you to push uncompressed, studio-quality codecs like DTS HD Master Audio and Dolby True HD straight from the disc into your amplifier. There is a major technical trap to avoid with both of these units, though. Their older AV composite connections will absolutely not output a Blu-ray video signal. If you use those cables, you will only get lower-resolution DVD feeds. Utilizing these dedicated audio paths means accepting a larger physical machine and committing to a more complex wire management strategy behind your console. For true audiophiles, sacrificing sleek design and dealing with extra wire clutter is a mandatory trade-off required to achieve cinema-grade surround sound at home. Moving to the MEGATEK at #3 and the Philips at #1, we need to immediately clarify what these machines cannot do. Neither device possesses the laser hardware required to read a Blu-ray disc. This map shows the 6 distinct color-coded zones representing global DVD region locks. By sacrificing Blu-ray, these players gain absolute region-free playback globally. Bypassing these geographic locks lets you import and play discs directly from Europe or Japan with 0 workarounds. They also address the resolution gap using 1080p HDMI upconversion. The internal hardware mathematically sharpens 480p standard definition video, ensuring older discs look clean and scaled correctly on modern flat-screen televisions. The Philips unit takes our #1 spot specifically for its accessibility. It offers highly reliable build quality, an incredibly simple remote interface, and established brand trust that makes it an ideal choice for older users. If your library is built entirely on global imports or legacy DVDs, abandoning Blu-ray hardware is the smartest strategic move you can make. It guarantees your entire collection remains watchable and visually enhanced. The harsh reality of the 2026 market is that the perfect do-it-all machine simply doesn't exist. Notably, none of the players on this list possess the laser required to read modern 4K UHD discs, but you can make a perfect choice for your situation. If you have extreme space limitations and only buy domestic Blu-rays, purchase the Didar Ultra Mini. If you are wiring a dedicated multi-channel surround sound amplifier, choose either the Jovel or the LONPOO to secure that crucial coaxial audio output. If you actively import foreign titles and need to bypass geographic locks, purchase the MEGATEK to secure permanent multi-region DVD playback. And if you're buying for an older relative or your library consists entirely of standard DVDs, confidently purchase our #1 ranked Philips for its frustration-free upscaling reliability. A player's ultimate value comes from how flawlessly it brings your physical media collection back to life.